Hey everybody, it's Steve. And so today I'm going to be breaking down my feelings on this kind of controversy about the Riftwatchers pre-sale. And I can tell you that I only agree with one of the options that they're offering, and I will downvote the other two definitely because I don't think it's right. So that's my quick take if that's all you wanted to know. And my power is reaching 300,000. So it's not little, but it's not one of the whales that's really going to decide this. And so it might be out of our hands what happens here. But I hope the support of the community gets through to Splinterlands. And they know from what I'm reading here, only a few people are supporting the idea that you should mint more promo cards than you said you were going to mint. That's absolutely ludicrous to me. That completely defeats the entirety of it being a promo card to the first 500,000 packs. And like everybody says, this was so confusing, but I did a live stream. And I'll mute this. I'm sorry, I didn't want to cross audio. But yeah, I got confused, right? I didn't hit that buy button right away because I was just like, wait. I'm not getting my thing. So I hit cancel, and then the bonus thing showed up because I realized something was wrong. And then I hit one button to add all my bonuses, and then I hit it again because I am an experienced Splinterlands player. I've been here before. I've bought packs before with bonuses. And look, you have to hit the right buttons. You have to know what you're doing. And you have to not be rushing so fast that you don't do something right. And if you make a mistake because of something that you rushed on or clicked on or confirmed on, like if I would have hit that first confirm and I would have bought 2,000 packs instead of the 9,000 I was supposed to get, then it would have been on me to refund all the people in my group and make that right because I messed up and I made the mistake. It wouldn't be on me to go to Splinterlands and say that your thing is broken. And I do have relatively fast internet, but if you were there at the time when it first started, you had a good shot to get this. And if you didn't get it through quick enough, because you see, I got mine through, and I even refreshed the site a few times while I was here live, and people were going, "Wow, you did it!" We watched the number go up, and then it sold out. And plenty of us did this the right way. But now you've got a few, what I feel, big accounts with lots of power that had a tough time, and they're trying to use the governance proposal, in my opinion, to fix their tough time. And I don't like that. I don't think that's what the governance proposal is for. I don't think it's for whales to come in and say, we're going to change the rules on something that happened in the past because a few of our big accounts got beat out by the littler accounts. Or even if there's a few little accounts that are complaining, I don't think you can change the rules on the back end. But I will agree with one little point. They should have stopped selling packs at 500,000. If you were on the site and you were just kind of slow, then I can understand why you might not be happy with what's going on. Now, eventually, we're going to get a proposal here. It's not up yet, so we can't see actually what they put in place, but there's some issues. We'll go over what they're saying. They're saying basically three things happened. The UX was confusing some players, so they missed their opportunity to spend vouchers. I showed you in my video. I almost did that, but then I realized, nope, the vouchers aren't included. The vouchers are always included if you're going to get the packs for free. I hit cancel. The site, updated a second later, had the line for the vouchers. Yes, that could have been smoother. It could have been done better, but you improve the future. You don't change the past. Now, I will say there's a caveat that if one was changed, I could maybe support it, and I'll explain that. But they're saying so people weren't able to get their bonus packs. I can understand how that hurts you. It shorts you. Definitely you meant to do that, but you pressed the buttons the wrong way. I don't think that, honestly, we can then go back and say to all the people that did this the right way and got all their packs that now they have to dilute some of their supply of the promo card so that you can get more of the promo cards and titles that are supposed to be very limited for the people that got in on the pre-sale in time. Your opinion is basically because the system was a little confusing and it was too confusing for me and not confusing for others that I should get some kind of special consideration and you should mint more things than you said you were going to mint. You should go back on the rules that you set place for the mint in the future, all because I couldn't figure it out, or I went too quick, or it was too confusing. That to me is insane. I don't understand that at all. I can never justify in a world of Web3 and personal ownership and personal responsibility and a world of people who like to say you have to own your own keys. A lot of these people, when they talk to me, make fun of me because I was in Celsius, and then they want to adjust the rules after they lost. So I'm taking my Celsius on the chin. I'm not crying too much about it. I trusted them. I got screwed. But you know what? You got to take it on the chin when you mess up and move on to the next one. Now you can learn. Like, I won't put money in a centralized thing like Celsius ever again. And you can talk to Splinterlands about, hey, in the sale next time, this needs to be better. And you can even go to the community and see if the community wants to help you. But to try to force through a vote, I want some more clarity on who's pushing for this vote, and I'm glad we'll get to see who pushed yes, and I'm hoping some people will help me, because I'm gonna want to look into them and see if they got screwed and they're voting yes, not really to help the governance of Splinterlands and the community, but to protect themselves. And I might get a little hate for that, but if the big accounts are just protecting themselves because they messed up and they didn't get their piece of the cake, and they figure they're going to use their big vote now to fix that, that's going to take a lot of confidence from me away from this. And I thought Splinterlands would not allow the community to do things that would hurt the ecosystem, but big accounts who lose out, changing the rules so they don't lose out, is not something I thought they would stand for. So I really hope that isn't what's happening here. I think it's being sold to us like a bulldog is talking to the community, and a lot of the community is complaining. A lot of the community is always going to complain on a limited sale. If you want to do limited sales at all, limited promo cards, limited titles, they are limited. There is always going to be somebody who doesn't get one. There's always going to be somebody who put in their order 1 second after somebody else. It doesn't matter how big you make the windows. There's always going to be that one person that thought they got it and didn't get it. I've had that happen to me on more than one drop. I've hit confirmed before on Ethereum many times, spent the gas and saw my transaction get canceled because I didn't spend enough. And you know what? I couldn't go to the team and be like, but I put in my transaction before. And that's just the way that the ecosystem has always worked for drops. And, you might think, oh, yes, you got yours, so you're not complaining. But in general, I am, willing to support the idea that if the sale didn't stop when it was supposed to and went right into the general sale, that was dirty. You should have got a rejection on your order. You shouldn't have had your order go through. So fine, we can issue a refund to you. You can get back your SBS, you can get back your vouchers, and you can get back your packs. Those packs, if they go to Splinterlands and they use the packs for giveaways and other promotions that they want to do, or other kind of sponsor deals, that works completely fine, because that doesn't create more packs, and it actually takes some packs that people might be dumping onto the marketplace because they didn't really want them that bad. They just wanted the promo stuff out of the marketplace. That can be a win-win, and I think we can support that idea. That's the one right here for the refund for people who now Splinterlands did come through and say that they would issue these refunds. So it's basically kind of like they're buying the card. They're buying those packs. See, that's one here, but from the Splinterlands company opposed from the DAO. That makes sense to me, because this wasn't a DAO mistake. The DAO, we didn't get to vote on how the sale was going to work. They did the sale for us, and that's kind of an interesting thing to talk about in the future. But since they set it up that way, they didn't have a pause after the pre-sale and the general sale. If they want to buy those packs back, that's fine. And I am completely fine with anything they buy back from those people and give full refunds from. They can use in any way that they want, because now they own it and they're the company. They can either sell them into the community. If they dumped them on my head, I'd be, that's fine. You bought them, you can sell them. You can do that. But they if they're going to go and pick that up as a show of goodwill to those people, that's fine. As far as part one, if you didn't use your vouchers, this is what I would say. If you want to fix it for these people, here's how you fix it without hurting other members of the community. You give them the same thing. When they do these refunds, they're going to get back the packs that they would need to supply the people to do. So, okay, buy back these packs in part two. Give the packs out to the people in part one for the vouchers that they accidentally didn't use. That makes them whole on vouchers. Now, if you want to make them whole on promo cards, you don't mint more promo cards. You go buy promo cards. If you want to make them whole on titles, you don't mint more titles. You make them whole by going to the market and buying titles. There will be people willing to sell titles. My group has 3 that we would like to sell, and we have 2 gold foils that we planned on selling. So they are out there to be bought. You can buy them, but you don't just mint more. That defeats the whole purpose of the limited sale. It defeats, you're talking about some of the times when the market should be the frothiest, and you're going to add 10% to the supply. And a lot of people are like, oh, it's only 10%. We don't know how much buy pressure there is for these promo cards out there. That could take up 10% of extra supply, could eat up 20, 30, 40, 50, 60% of the buy pressure that disappears. Because to be honest, like I said, if I did that mistake, I'd be on the hook right now for buying what was needed to go ahead and make my group whole, because I don't want to ruin my reputation. And so if somebody else wanted to get a certain amount, they're now on the hook to go out into the market and buy those things. But you're going to take all that sales pressure away. Like theoretically, everybody here that you refund that got it afterwards, they're all potential buyers. But now you're going to mint. If you mint more, it's just crazy to me, because now it's not what it said it was going to be. All of us that bought it, knowing what it thought it was going to be, and knowing how much of the supply we thought we were going to have, well, we were wrong. Are you going to give us all an opportunity if you're going to change the rules to make some adjustments? I mean, maybe I didn't want to buy quite as many if they're not going to be that limited. If you're going to mint another 10%, maybe I'll lower my buy down by the 200 packs because I don't need those extra 4. Because now I don't know if they're going to be that, if they're going to be, that sellable anymore. I don't know. So I'll just buy the minimum amount of packs to get the gold foil. Instead, I bought 1,200 packs because I wanted a couple extra of the ones to be maybe play the market on the first couple days to see if people were really spending quite a lot of money to get it. But now part of that, at least part of that frothiness on the first day of the sale is going to be eaten up by the extra 10 to 12% that you're going to mint of these extra cards. That to me is just not acceptable. Now for number 3, so that's why on the number 3, there's just no way. There's just no way I could vote for this. And I would say, reading through the comments, most people are with me. They're no on 3, maybe on 1, maybe on 2, or no on 1, no on 3, yes on 2. Everybody seems kind of okay with 2. If the sale should have ended, that should have been done differently. And yes, this probably should have been coded better, but just because it wasn't coded better doesn't necessarily mean that you get extra packs into the pre-sale. I can see you giving them their packs, but if you want to give them cards or titles, I feel like you have to buy them. You can't just mint more. No minting more at all. 3 gets shot down. You don't mint more for anybody else. There is no more extra minting. If Splinter Lands wants to take it on themselves to build some rapport with the community, you can do the refunds yourself, and you can buy cards from the marketplace and give them out from themselves. You can also give the community the opportunity, and I will donate one of my legendary summoners that I'm going to get to be given away to somebody that got screwed out of one in this one, if you want to arrange that kind of thing, because I'm willing to do that. I'm willing to give away one of mine. Am I willing to take away value and force that upon everybody else in my community because you're minting an extra 10%? No, I can't support that. I'm willing to give away some of mine. I'm not willing to force somebody else to give away some of theirs. I can't do that. That's not why I'm in Web3. That's not the kind of person that I am. So I just couldn't support to do that. I can't believe some of the people that said they would. So hopefully, you guys can tell me what you think about this kind of stuff. It's a pretty hot topic. I meant to do a video sooner, but I wanted a day to sit on it. And I wanted a day to kind of sit here and read and see where people were. Because, the first thing you notice is Neil said he's going to support it. And Neil's a pretty big whale. And it's going to take a lot of votes to beat Neil. And we don't know where Aggroed and Matt are yet. But if the 3 of them are combining to push these through, then they might go through. Because they are bigger accounts and they have every right to hold those tokens and use their vote the way they want to use it. I haven't heard exactly where anybody except for Neil is at this point, because he said he would support all of them. And you know what? I'm not angry. We all get to vote the way we get to vote. I'll be disappointed if we decide to mint more cards, because I'll feel like we're stealing value from people that did nothing wrong to give away money to people that, for some reason or another didn't get their order in on time. I'm okay with part 2 because you're not stealing any value from the community. You're spending money from the company to fix a mistake that you did. Fine with that. But anytime you're going to take away our value, That's got to be kind of serious. You really gotta rethink that, because it'll be the first time in my mind that Splinterlands would allow us to push something through. Now, I can't put all the blame on them because we would vote that through. They are at least giving us the vote. So I'm not going to hold it against them. I'm not leaving Splinterlands. I'm glad to be a part of the Splinterlands TV stuff. And overall, I'll just move past this and on to the next sale with whatever the community decides to do. But for sure, I'm a no on 1, the way it is written. I'm a yes on 2, you can give those people refunds. And I am a no on 3, hard no on any minting of any extra cards. I think 1 could be corrected. And if it was written that you were going to buy any of those extra packs or any of those extra cards and give them to them, or get them from people in the community who would be willing to donate cards, then we could get that through. We could probably get those few people who didn't get their vouchers in. We can get that figured out. But I don't think that in any way that we just give anything. It has to be bought or donated, because I don't like the idea of anything being just created from thin air. We're supposed to be really against that in this ecosystem, and that's one of the things that I thought we were all trying to protect. I think if you go through here a little more, you have my comments seem to be getting some love, and there are some people that are saying yes, but same thing. He's on the fence on the minting of more. There's a no, yes, no. That's where I'm at. There's another like no, yes, no, no, yes, no. I'm seeing a lot of no, yes, no's throughout this whole trail. And so this is just the vocal community, though. When we actually get to vote with the Splinterlands ecosystem, we'll see where those votes fall. So, that's all this video is really going to be about. I have some more coming out that are going to be a lot more fun and normal, but I just kind of wanted to address this. I feel bad for you anytime you don't get something that you want, and we all feel bad when we don't get something that we want in life, but very, very rarely are you ever able to go back in time and change the rules to allow yourself to get those things. And even proposing votes like that, it's a slippery slope, because today it's these small groups that got screwed, and next time what small group is it that gets screwed? Or next time, maybe if I'm a big enough SPS whale, do I even have to participate? I'll just put a proposal through after the fact that just says that I get this, and just vote it through. I hope we protect the proposal system a little more than that. All right, guys, thanks. Have a good day. Bye.